What's up, everyone? Chris Record here. It is Wednesday, March 6th. Another day, another Atlas Academy. And we're excited. I have been filming videos all day, so you might see some stuff here in the background. That's not what we're going to talk about today. I teased, for those of you that were on the pregame, I teased out some of the sales videos, some of the messaging. People absolutely loved it. And listen, today we're going to continue our conversation from yesterday's Zoom, where we were talking about bridge marketing. Right? What we did yesterday was we gave examples of how to be able to match up any audience with any offer. Normally, people match specific offers with specific audiences. For example, if I have an audience of people interested in yoga, then I'll go to a site like ClickBank, an affiliate site, and I'll type in yoga, and I'll look for a yoga offer. I'll sign up for it, and then I will try to get them to buy the yoga offer. Hey, you're interested in yoga? You'll like this. This is how this is how everybody does sales. Right? If I work at a car dealership, I wait for somebody to come to the lot that wants to buy a car. Ooh, you are in the market to buy a car. Great, I'll sell you a car. But very rarely do people ever reach outside of their audience to try to sell them their product or service. That car salesman's not reaching outside of the walk-ons. But the reality is there's thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that would likely buy a car if presented the right way. So there's two aspects to it. One is figure out how to reach out to these other communities that maybe aren't your exact buyer, but they're still potential buyers. And then two, figure out how to customize and personalize your message to them. That customization and personalization I call a bridge. You are creating a bridge. You're on a little island right here with your offer, and there's all these other little islands that have different focus. You're looking to create bridges so they can come to your island. Bridges, bridges, bridges. You're looking to bridge the gap. So we call these bridges. We call it bridge marketing. This week, I'm trying to get you all to think like bridge marketers. I want you to understand this concept. This concept is so much bigger than Atlas or IIS, right? It is so much bigger. This concept alone will help you sell anything to anyone. It'll help you rank on the top of any leaderboard. It'll help you do so much stuff. So today's focus is yesterday's focus, we kind of talked about like, what if you're selling cars? What if you're selling gym memberships or some things that are like kind of unrelated to us? The reason I did that is because I wanted to force you to have to think like a bridge marketer. I want to get your brain working. I want to flip a switch in your brain where you start to have an aha moment and you realize, wow, if I truly get this, I could sell anything. What I'm going to do now is I want to take it a step further and I want to kind of tailor it to our industry, right? And I may even have to do this as a two-part episode as well, because it's a lot. But I'm going to start to tailor it to our industry. I'm going to do it step by step by step and give you guys some examples. So first, let me give you some examples of how I ranked on the top of leaderboards for years by using a concept, a slight variation of bridge marketing. I would say this is my first iteration of it. So, for example, there was a company called JVZoo. JVZoo was an affiliate network. If you've ever heard of ClickBank, it was like a version of ClickBank. You would go on this thing called JVZoo, and there was a lot of offers that you could sign up to be an affiliate for. The offers would be things like digital courses. Somebody would teach a course on Facebook advertising, or somebody would teach a course on AI, right? There would be a course for sale. Maybe the course cost $100. You sign up as an affiliate. They're willing to give you $50 every time somebody clicks your link and buys that product. Okay, cool. So I would sign up for these sites, right? But there would also be software. Here's a software that'll let you do like an animation video. Here's a software that lets you do a doodle video. Here's a software that will animate logos. Okay, there was all these software tools. Again, they would give you like 50% commissions if you would send them business. So what I would do is I said, okay, well, I have this audience over here of network marketers. I came from the network marketing industry. So prior to getting involved in JVZoo, I was in the network marketing industry. I was with companies like Amway, New Skin, WLG, World Leadership Group, Empower Network, Visalis. I can name a bunch, right? I kind of was like, that's kind of where I learned my first beginnings of making money online was through internet marketing and network marketing. So I would join these network marketing companies, but I would always market my business on the internet. They called me an inter-network marketer. That was the nickname for me. People would come up and say like, so you're basically an inter-network marketer. And I was like, yeah, I guess that's me. I didn't want to go like to a coffee shop and be prospecting Joe while he's waiting for his cup of Joe. Okay. So although I was willing to do whatever it took, don't get me wrong. I would jump out behind a plant at the mall and prospect Bob if I needed to, but I would basically market online. So when I got involved in JV Zoo and I started promoting these affiliate offers, they would oftentimes have leaderboards. Here's the top affiliates for this launch. The launch, let's say the launch was January 1st and it ended January 10th. It was like a 10-day launch. They opened it up and affiliates would start promoting, and then they would close it January 10th. There would be like these prizes for the top affiliates. Whoever's number one is going to earn $10,000 in cash. Whoever's number two, $5,000 in cash. So I was like, man, not only can I make 50% commissions, but I could also get $10,000 in cash. But how on earth am I going to beat all of these other professional affiliates? I don't have a big list. I don't have a big following, but I do have people that like network marketing. So I would have to figure out every time I promoted something, I would have to take an extra step and figure out, why would a network marketer want to buy this product? So examples, there was a company called, I think it was called Videos. It's like the word videos, but it was spelled different. And they're probably still around. And they basically had a software that animated logos. So you could just upload a logo and it would create some like cool animated intro, right? So what I would do is I would sign up as an affiliate, but instead of promoting their sales page, which was very good, I wouldn't promote their sales page. Instead, I would create my own sales page for network marketers. So my own sales page would say something like, if you're a network marketer, this software can help you create an endless stream of new recruits for your business. Here's how. Watch this free training video to learn how to recruit more people and to learn how to have higher levels of duplication. Plus, this new software is going to help you have authority. It's going to help you be a bigger leader. It's going to give you more credibility. People are going to take you more serious. So I would take this software it's just software that animates logos. But instead, I would be selling it like it is the tool for network marketers. So I would have to figure out the bridge. What is it about this software that is appealing to a network marketer? So I would think, okay, I understand network marketing. This is my niche. This is my audience. So what is it about network marketing that people struggle with? And I would write out some problems. What problems does this tool solve? So I would say, okay, first things first, there's a lot of network marketers that make videos on YouTube, but these videos look generic. They lack quality. They don't really look great. And so what I did was I took like an example video. Here's Bob, who's basically just doing a little video. And it's just like Bob going from like a shaky webcam going, hi guys, Bob here. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about Herbalife. Herbalife is a really great business because if you like health, it can improve your health. So there's that. And then also, if you like shakes, they have shakes. Like this is what Bob would be doing on YouTube. So I'd take that video, and then what I would do is I would just animate a logo, Bob's Herbalife team, team 5,000. And I would create a little logo just for free, and I would animate it, and then I would slap it before the video. And I'd say, look at the before and after. Before, here's Bob, and afterwards it's like, music flying in, Bob's team 5,000 team building. And then boom, it gets in the video. And I'll say, look at the difference. In 1 minute, I have just significantly improved Bob's credibility. Now, Bob is more motivated because his videos look better. His videos sound better. He's got all this stuff, right? So I figured out, okay, problem number one, network marketers are creating low value content. This tool is an instant way, without knowing any code, without having any design skills, without having any video editing skills. It's an instant way to be able to increase his credibility. Okay. And then so I'll go, okay, there's one. Now, another one, I would say, okay, what about team training sites? How many network marketers have their own, they do their own trainings for their team? It's like, okay, these people are already involved, right? Well, does your team have a name? Maybe your team name is called the Dream Team. So let's just make a little logo, animate it, and now boom, the Dream Team. Put this on the beginning of every single video. So I would show them, here's ways you could do this. But then I got even more creative. And I said, okay, let's talk about recruiting. You're a network marketer. You would love to have an influencer join your business and recruit hundreds of people, right? Well, what if you were able to deliver value directly to an influencer? For example, look at this person. They've got 100,000 subscribers on their YouTube. They have a whole bunch of influence, but look at their videos. They don't even have an animated logo in the beginning. They don't even have an animated logo at the end. They don't even have an end screen. This software is going to create an animated logo and an outro, an intro and an outro for their videos. It's going to make it so much better. So literally, you can take their logo. Look, they have their logo on their website. Buy this software, take their logo, animate it, and then show them the logo, the animated logo, and download one of their videos and put it before and after. And now you're able to give this to them and say, hey, I've been following your content for a long time. I'm a huge fan. I love what you do. This is a gift, an absolute gift from me to you. I created an animated logo intro that you can use in the beginning of videos. At the end of your videos, I don't even need anything from it. Just wanted to do that to be able to show value. Boom. You've just purchased a software that allows you to look like you have years of experience in something when you're just pressing a couple buttons. You're able to deliver value to all these people. Now you're in their inbox. Now you're in their DMs. Now you're having conversations with these people. And when you start building your network of all these influencers by providing them value, if any one of them join, that could result in tens of thousands of dollars for you. That's one of the best ROIs you can ever get for a simple tool that is $60 a month. So do you see what I'm saying? Is like the idea is that when you provide value to people by buying these tools, you are your tool belt. Okay, you have a tool belt of things you're able to provide other people. By adding another tool to your tool belt, you have a hammer over here, you have a saw over here. Now you're adding an axe to your tool belt. Now you're adding a screwdriver to your tool belt. The more tools you have, the more ways you're able to deliver value to people, right? Same with us, right? Like AI and all these kind of things. So I would basically figure out how to create a bridge with all these offers. And I would do the same thing over and over and over. If somebody had a course on how to do paid advertising, right? They would not talk anything about network marketers. So I would create a bridge page that would say, hey, if you're a network marketer, you're probably not using paid advertising. The reason you're not using paid advertising is because you cannot advertise network marketing offers directly. Look at the terms of service. They say you cannot do this. What if I could show you a way that you could? What if you could completely unlock the ability to run paid ads for your network marketing business? What if you could be running ads as little as $5 a day to be able to grow your network marketing business, to be able to grow your team, to be able to get leads? What if I could show you a way to do that? There's a simple little hack, a simple little secret that I've got for you to be able to do this. And then I would show them the workaround. And then I would say, now that you know the workaround, you just need to learn how to be able to run paid ads. So this course right here is the best course how to do that. Now watch this. Let's say it's you guys are all let's say you're all the network marketers I'm talking to. When you purchase this course through the link on this page, I'm going to give you a bonus. The bonus is going to be a full-blown training where I show how to use this course to be able to run ads for the network marketing industry. So if you're a network marketer and you've ever wanted to figure out a way to be able to run $5 a day ads, I have an hour-long video showing you exactly how, and it's my free bonus. All you got to do is buy the software. I'll get the email address and I'll email you the bonus. Okay. I was creating a little front end to get them to buy it, but they would buy it. And then I had a back end where I was giving them the bonus. And that bonus could be an unlisted YouTube video. It could be a Vimeo video, or I wish I would have had this. If I would have had video funnels, are you kidding me? I would have just uploaded on video funnels and had an upsell right underneath the bonus. I wonder how much money I lost. Right now, I'm going to get mad. Can you guys give me a second? I'm kind of getting mad at myself right now. I just had an epiphany that I may have lost millions of dollars. That was a $100,000 sip. That's 200,000. 300,000. Because I was just delivering the bonus. Jeez, what a rookie. Okay, you guys are somewhat learning from an amateur. Wow. My God, if I had something like IIS, I'd be getting everybody in. What? This is just sounding crazy to me right now. Like on the spot, I'm just realizing I could have signed up thousands of people at $100 a month. How much money would that have been? With all the upsells, the affiliate offers, the back-end systems. I wish something like IIS existed. Okay. Enough beating myself up. We all do this. That sucks. So that's what I would do is I would bridge offers, right? My audience was network marketers. I would promote things that are not made for network marketers. And I would simply put a little page on the front end explaining why network marketers could benefit from this and saying, I have a bonus for network marketers that you will get once you purchase this. The combination of these two things alone is straight, glorious power. You're wielding power like a demigod, like the son of, who's Atlas? Was Atlas, I don't even know. We're called Atlas. I don't even know a lot about Atlas. I don't even know about Greek mythology. I'm just a high school dropout who figured out affiliate marketing. But you know, you're like half man, half son of Zeus or something like that. So you have this secret power, right? And the secret power is bridge marketing. Bridge marketing. This is your superpower. This is what you have that nobody else has, right? And I'm going to show you today. Remember, yesterday was 101. Today is 201. So here you have the offer. This is the offer that you are selling, right? And what I'm going to show you today is you're going to put what's called a front end, FE, bridge. Front end bridge. And you're going to put what's called a back end bridge. Now it's a little bit more advanced and it's not required, but you can work your way up to it. Okay? You're going to work your way up to this. You don't have to start with this, so don't worry. And also, we're going to be creating done-for-you bridges, so you guys can just use hours until you get good at it. But the idea, sorry, if you can, I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay. The idea is the front-end bridge is why your audience would be interested. So you have your audience over here, audience, and this audience can be anything. Why would your audience be interested in this offer? Your audience is not interested in this offer. Let's say this offer is a network marketing company and these are golfers. They are not interested in this offer. So you have to get them interested in this, in which case they get this and then they get this. Okay. The example, I'm going to feed off the examples I gave yesterday. Then we're going to tailor it to internet marketing and Atlas IIS. Yesterday we said, okay, the offer is a gym membership. You sell gym memberships, right? The offer is a gym membership. And we said the audience is bowlers, people that like bowling. So on the front end, you're able to do something that says, hey, listen, here is a game plan on how to be able to prevent injury. If you're bowling, common injuries are in the fingers, the wrists, the elbow, the shoulder, right? So if you are able to get a gym membership here with us, part of the gym membership is going to include this. When you sign up for a gym membership, I'm actually going to give you a 90-day plan that's actually going to show you, you're going to be able for 90 days, you're going to be able to work out these core muscles that are specific to bowling. Everybody else in the gym just trying to like get a beach body. They're trying to pump up as much weight as possible. They're all getting injured, right? Most of them don't even know what they're doing, but bad form. But when you get a gym membership through me, I'm going to give you a specific plan for bowling so that you're able to work your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. You can also do other things like cardio, whatever. But honestly, I don't care. Go drink your beer, have your beer belly, and bowl. I just want to make sure that you're preventative, you're not getting injured, and give you a nice little plan. So this explains it. The front end bridge is the explanation of what they get. They buy the gym membership, and then they get the program as a bonus. Front end, back end. The back end comes after the purchase. Now, let's tailor this to Atlas. So let's say the offer that you're selling is Atlas, the internet income system. Same kind of thing. If I were targeting golfers or bowlers, or if I were targeting fitness professionals or car salesmen or whatever it is, I would be thinking, or real estate agents, I would be thinking myself, Atlas and IIS doesn't have a lot of real estate training. I'll say like, man, it'd be so easy to target real estate agents, but they don't really talk a lot about real estate agents. They don't have a lot of training in there. So why don't you create a back-end bridge that says, here's how this could be used for real estate. And then up in the front, you explain, are you a real estate agent? Real estate agent. Are you a real estate agent? How would you benefit from this information? And then when you join as a bonus, I will give you this information here. That is essentially what you can do. How do you deliver this information? Easy. This information could just be on a video funnel. This information could be in high level. You already have a high level membership. You literally can just upload a couple of videos there. The information could be on a PDF. For the longest time, I used Google Docs. I still use, how many times you guys see me use Google Docs? I've used Google Docs literally still to this day on these trainings. Why not just put together a Google Doc with like 10 videos or whatever that are all about how real estate agents can benefit from traffic, leads, and sales from these modern tactics. Now, and you just link them. So the Google Doc just explains, you just link those to unlisted. Okay? Stuff like that. So the idea here is you can take any audience, show them how this offer, create a bridge, a front end bridge, show them how this offer is good for them, and then give them a back end bridge, which could be a bonus or a deliverable or something free that tailors this to them. This is next level, steroids level type marketing. This is where you absolutely blow up. Now, before we go further in this, I want to overcome some objections. Some of you probably have mindset issues right now that are creating what we call blockers. You're creating obstacles in your mind right now. Let me give you an example. Hey, Chris, this sounds great. I would love to target real estate agents, show them how Atlas works for them, sign them up for Atlas, and I would love to give them a bonus all about how to do this with real estate. But I don't know how to do it with real estate. I'm not a good speaker like you, Chris. I don't want to make videos. I don't know how to make videos. I don't know what to say. Some of you might be creating these obstacles right now. So before I go any further, let's do a quick little couple minutes on mindset. Okay. Number one rule you have to start creating for yourself when you're going through trainings in this community is you have to do two things. One, it's easier to learn than it is to unlearn. The easy thing is just learning something new today. The hard thing is unlearning some of these old things you've learned in your past. So you have to learn how to clean your slate, right? You have to start with a clean slate. My old mentor, Chuck Getchell, one of my first millionaire mentors I ever had in my life, who I respected a lot. In fact, one time I drove 8 hours one way to meet him at a coffee shop for 30 minutes and drove 8 hours home. That's how much I respected this guy. True story. I was wearing a fake Rolex, like a knockoff Rolex. Right when I sat down for the Starbucks, he says, "Oh, that's a nice Rolex." I go, "Oh, thank you." He goes, "Take it off." True story. Never wear it again. That's what he told me. I was a kid, man. I was 20 years old. So this guy told me, he said, "I want you to think of this analogy. Okay. People are walking around with big, heavy suitcases full, just absolutely packed, and they're heavy, and they're dragging around these suitcases. And so when you show them something, you're like, listen, all you got to do is just run right there to that little wall over there, and you're going to be able to get your reward." And they're like, "Well, I can't just run. I mean, look at how heavy these bags are." And they're just carrying around these bags, right? Everywhere they go. Everything is so difficult. It's like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. It's so exhausting. I don't understand how these people have so much energy. How are they doing it? And what they don't realize, they're just carrying around these big old bags from everywhere. And eventually Chuck's like, I just sat down with him and said, "Why are you carrying around those big bags? I notice you're always carrying these bags around. Why are you carrying those around?" But, well, this is all my past trauma. This is all my history. This is all my negative programming. This is all of everything. I can't just get rid of it. And Chuck's like, actually, like anytime you want, you can literally just let go of those bags, release them, release those bags, free up all that weight, and then start again. And yet it sounds easy, but it's one of the hardest things to do. So the analogy I want to give you is that you might be carrying around some of these big luggage, big bags with you, a big bag full of bricks. You might be carrying around these bricks. Each brick is like something you've learned that has not been serving you. Or it might be some traumatic experience. It might be a time you failed. It might be a time you bought a course and bought a program and said, "This is going to be the one." And it didn't work. You might have joined a business opportunity and you thought, "Oh my God, I'm going to get rich." And then it didn't work. You might have bought into some crypto thing and got scammed. And what happens is you got jaded and you built up a big wall full of bricks. And it's just like you're immobile. You can't even move, right? You're going to have to get rid of that. If I'm going to be teaching you crazy concepts that can absolutely blow the door off anything, you have to be a clean slate. You've got to be willing to drop that bag of bricks, drop that luggage, and be a clean slate. You have to be willing to. And the second thing is you have to stop self-sabotaging. If I'm going to teach you stuff like this, you have to be open to the idea that there's always a way that it can work for you. The way it will work for you is not the same. If I were to look at some of the people here, Marguerite, Teddy, Terry, Franco, if I was looking at anybody, the way that this might work for you is different. Each one of you might be a different age. You might have different experience. You might have a different amount of money in the bank. You might have been involved in this a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. Some of you might have 25 years in this industry. Some of you might be in your first month. We're all different. So I cannot give you one piece of advice that will work for everybody. So you are going to have to learn to realize I'm here to provide general knowledge, and you're here to figure out how it will work for you. So instead of saying, I can't, learn to say, how can I? Instead of creating negative obstacles in your mind while I'm talking, and the reason I'm addressing this is because I know that that's what a lot of you do. I already know this. Instead of creating negative obstacles, you have to be a clean slate. You have to say, all right, I'm going to learn this, and I am going to figure out a way to personalize it to me. And maybe I'm not ready for this, and maybe I'll start with something like this, and maybe I need to start with a real simple version to get my feet wet and get experience and then grow into something bigger. And some of you might be thinking, oh my God, Chris, go back to this. I can think of bonuses all day. I can provide bonuses all day. This is amazing. This is exactly one. Go. Some of you might be thinking, go back to real estate agents. Go back to real estate agents. There's millions of them. Come on, I want to hear more about that. Some of you might be terrified. Well, like, I don't want to talk to real estate agents. They're not going to listen to me. I have no authority. I have no credibility. You're all different. Clean the slate, gain the knowledge, sharpen your axe, and figure out a way it will work for you. There's always a way it will work for you. You just have to flip the switch and think like a bridge marketer / rant over. Okay, so audience, front end bridge, offer, back end bridge. Can you please acknowledge in the comments with a 1 if you have written this down? If you have not, stop what you're doing and write this down. Audience, front end bridge, offer, back end bridge. Okay? Okay? Let's keep going. Okay, so let's give some examples. Example audiences. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go for 8 of them. This is where the live viewers get to participate. If you're watching replay, you're just going to have to go with them. I want you guys to think of some example audiences that are not exact fits for Atlas and IIS, but they're not like, don't make it too hard. You know, we're not going to go advanced. Okay. Think to yourself, like real estate agents, like think to yourself, like industries or places where, you know, are passionate groups of people that are passionate about something that you think the creating a bridge won't be the hardest thing in the world. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to choose 8 of them. Okay. Let's just start real quick. Sorry, you guys. Musicians, a couple of you said that right off the bat. Okay, we got 1, 7 more. Come on, you guys. I mean, if we have time, if we sat here for hours, but I don't have time. Well, like people over 50 that play bingo. I mean, I would have some fun with that one. Okay. Network marketers. Sing. I'm going to count that as musicians. I mean, there's so many here, you guys. There's so many. You guys have so many. I'm just going to start writing some of these down. Real estate agents. You guys really want that one. We're going to say realtors so I can save some room. Insurance agents. We'll throw in a couple hard ones, okay? Like the last couple, I'll do hard ones just for the sake of this. I mean, business owners, entrepreneurs is too generic. Okay, yeah, something like pickleball. That's like an extreme niche. We'll put that down here. Pickleball. Because I don't even really know anything about that. So we'll do a hard one. Something I don't even know about. You guys are classics. People who have yard chickens. You guys really want me to work. Walmart greeters. Okay. Car enthusiasts. That might be kind of hard, right? Okay, we got 2 more. And then we're gonna show you how to get your minds working. Photography. College students. Okay, that's 8 for now. You guys, there's a million. Please understand. I can't do all. I don't even know if we're gonna have time for all this. Can you guys read this? Musicians, network marketers, realtors, insurance agents, college students, photography, car enthusiasts, pickleball. Would you guys agree these don't really have a lot to do with each other? Okay, so you guys are putting me on the spot. I gotta somehow, the college dropout has to somehow figure out a way to sell these people into our program, or I guess I'll use our program, but also at the same time, some of you might want to sell something else. So I'm always going to be a little bit generic with it to also show you how to sell other stuff. Can we all agree though, this is a tough list to start with? I don't think you guys would want to be put on the spot. Oh my God, are there literally hundreds? I just scrolled down and there's hundreds and hundreds of them. Is everybody saying what's up to Jeff? Is Jeff Long in the chat with us? Yo, Jeff Long's in what? And Jeff Long said veterans? Hold on. This bonus, when Jeff Long enters the chat, you start making up new rules. He said veterans. Okay. Now, first things first. No promises I'm going to get through this list, okay? Because I don't know. I'm going to go like at least another 40 minutes right now, so don't worry. We got time, but interesting. Oh my God, this chat is blowing up. How many people do we have? Do we have on a larger number? How are there so many comments? You guys are nuts tonight. I'm not saving comments, but there's got to be like 1,000 comments already. Okay. So let's talk about why I asked for this list. Example audiences. Can I make myself some more room here? Yeah. Example audiences. So the idea here is the point is not these specific audiences. I'm not saying at all, I want you to go out and target musicians. I'm not saying that. I want to get you to think like a bridge marketer. So let me start with a big disclaimer. The majority, the biggest money to be made is not going to be from an audience on this list. It's when you understand how to think like a bridge marketer and how to identify creative niches, there will be gold in them hills. You know what I'm saying? There will be gold in them hills. I'm going to give you an example of one that I did. I'm going to give you an example right here. Example. Okay. Example. I did an audience with a music video. Now, this isn't promoting IIS, but watch how cool this was. I did an audience called Miracle Morning. Okay, now this is not sales. I just want to explain to you bridge marketing. I did an audience called Miracle Morning. Has anybody heard of the book Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod? Has anybody heard of this? It's called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I'm going to actually share my screen and look it up really quick so you guys can see this is the kind of gold in them hills things that you guys could be doing. You guys, if you guys take this stuff serious, oh my God. I should be sharing this stuff in masterminds. I should not be sharing this on a simple Zoom. This is way too valuable. To be honest, a regular free bonus Zoom. Chris, what are you doing? Mental note to Chris, save some content for masterminds. Okay. So here is an example of a passionate community. So right here on Facebook, there's this group called the Miracle Morning Community. Now look at this. They're all holding up these books. Look, a diverse group of people. Now, before you think about something like Atlas or IIS, I want you to think instead that there are passionate groups of people all over the web, just like this. Thousands and thousands and thousands of different niches. So here's an example. And look at this, 360,000 passionate members that all know this. So I bought the book just like them. I got a little picture of me holding up the book because I'm a little groupie. And I went through the program and it's called the Lifesavers. Now, if I said the Lifesavers, you guys would think candy. But if you were part of the community, you would know I'm not referring to candy. I'm referring to an acronym that Hal Elrod uses to be able to explain Lifesavers, to be able to explain a program, to be able to wake up in the morning and be more productive and be happier and live a better life. Okay. So you look at this group, right? And there's just like right here, look, right off the bat, savers, silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. So this is what the Lifesaver stands for. People are very, very excited about this, right? And people are very excited about this program. So there's hundreds of thousands of members in here, right? So what did I do? I went ahead and created something called the Miracle Morning Wrap. And you guys may not understand, this is bridge marketing. I created this, the Miracle Morning Wrap. And this wrap is all about the Miracle Morning, and it goes into the Lifesavers. It goes into SAVERS. So I wrote lyrics that had to do with this program, right? The Lifesavers. Hal Elrod talks about the Lifesaver system to helping you wake up early and be more productive every day with your life. If you're looking for a Miracle Morning book review, this music video outlines the steps in visual form and helps you give you motivation to wake up early and enjoy the benefits of having a miracle morning. Okay, get the Miracle Morning book on Amazon with an affiliate link. So I wrote this, but look, 410,000 views, because when I made this, it was shared repeatedly in that group. That Facebook group was always sharing it. I don't know if I'll be able to see if I'll be able to find it really quick. Just type it in wrap or something like that. Yep, look at this. First thing right here. So right off the bat, Miracle Morning Wrap, the HD version, 1,000 likes. So look, I didn't even have to post this anywhere. You could just post it. Look at Hal Elrod posting it. Look at this, Hal Elrod himself posting it, the author. So I did something that it was such a good bridge, even he liked it, right? Look at people sharing it. You guys have to see this about my friend, right? So you start seeing, wow, look at all these people that are sharing it everywhere, right? So it goes on and on and on. The point is that is actually a brilliant example of bridge marketing, and you may not realize it, is that I could take music as a bridge, and I can make a song about ClickFunnels. And I know ClickFunnels people will be interested in it. So I will be able to attract a bunch of ClickFunnels people into my network, into my list, into my following. And then when I promote Atlas and IIS, I'm able to promote them to people that know me from ClickFunnels. And I could do another one for the Traffic and Conversion Summit. I could do another one for Shopify. So you got to understand, I am using level 301 bridge marketing. I'm using music as an example to be able to go out there and be able to reach all of these niche audiences just by making a simple song about that audience. I use music as a bridge. And I want you guys to understand this, right? I use music as a bridge, which means literally I could take any community that I see online that is hundreds of thousands of people, and I can literally just write some lyrics about it, make a little song about it, make a music video about it, and that video will probably get tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of views, and I'll have all this new surge of followers, all these new surge of people, which is why if you go to my Facebook profile, it's got like 50, 60, 70,000 followers. Some of you think Facebook only allows you 5,000 friends. No, I've got like tens of thousands of followers because all of these people are hearing about me through my bridge marketing that I'm doing to all these other communities. So I need you to understand, I've been doing this for a minute. I understand it and it works. And I have social proof that it works. The Shopify wrap video on Facebook has like 5 million. I mean, I could just keep showing you. I don't want to spend a lot of time on music, but I want you to at least understand that it just goes on and on and on. Let me see if I can, let me see really quick if I can find, like, look, I'll just share with you this one. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I'll share with you. I just did a search for Shopify wrap. So, I mean, look at this Shopify wrap right here. Look, 77,000 likes, 77,000 likes, 1,000 comments, 6,000 shares, 6,000 people are sharing this content, right? This Shopify wrap video. So you got to understand that you can use bridge marketing to reach into these communities organically, but then also you can advertise your bridge marketing to that community specifically. So you can actually take Facebook interests, any Facebook interest that's available, and you can create a piece of content about that interest, advertise that interest, and start to gain a following, start to get friends, followers, fans, subscribers, email list, start to get them to click links. Then you build a retargeting list. Do you see what I'm saying? Bridge marketing is essentially, it used to be this concept, like a visionary thinker. I would share this stuff. People are like, Chris, like nobody teaches this. You're a visionary. Now it feels to me the only way to actually sell anything. Like if I just did a rap song about, yo, MC Chris in the house today, today was a good day. Hey, let's drink some coffee. It's like, no, it's just, I'm going to fall flat in a sea of all these musicians that are actually talented. A dude like me is not going to be any good. But if I just change the lyrics to be a specific bridge, right? If I made a song all about photography, if I wrote a song all about photography, but did a little bit better, what if I actually used AI, did a little bit of research, and I found out what are some things that only photographers would know about? What if I had a friend who's a photographer and said, hey, I'm actually writing a photography rap, and I'm wondering, what are some things that only photographers would know about? Didn't we do this at the mastermind? Who was it? Was it Franco? I think it was Franco as a hairdresser, right? Or in a career, maybe owned a salon or something like that. But he was telling me there's certain words that hairdressers would know. Hairdressers would know the moment you said them. So what I would do is I would take a list of all those words and say, that's my bridge content. That's the content. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one of these and I'm going to say, what are certain things I don't even have to know? Like, I'm not a veteran. I mean, props to veterans. Geez, you guys go out and put your life on the line to fight for our freedoms, which most people don't even give you credit for. And literally, I don't even understand it. Like I'm gonna be a little chicken. I'll be scared, bro. If there was a draft right now, I would be terrified. Just being honest, maybe it makes me look like a coward, but I would be terrified if there was a draft right now and I had to stop all this and go fight in some war with, but who knows, gunshots ringing all around me. That's the scariest thing I can imagine right now. So first of all, props to anybody who's a veteran. Props, you guys got big cojones, okay? But the bottom line is veterans, there's going to be terminology, there's going to be words, there's going to be things that they understand. And you're going to be able to find this information just simply through some Google searches or finding some communities online and looking what types of things are they sharing about that don't make sense to an average person like me, but they are all engaging on it and they all know. So I'll go through each one of these and figure it out. Just a few Google searches and I can figure out a lot about pickleball. I can start asking AI, ChatGPT, to tell me more about pickleball. So the first stage of an audience is that I would do is I'd figure out, what do people here know? What are some things that they know, some things that are specific to them that normal people don't talk about in their day-to-day life? So I'll take some here that I know, for example. Let's take realtors, okay? Real estate agents, they use words like listings, okay? But an average person, a hairdresser, doesn't use the word listings. They don't know what that means. Real estate agents are looking for people that want to sell their home or people that want to buy a home. They do things like open houses. Hairdressers probably don't do open houses. So I'm going to make a list of words that are specific to this industry. That's step one. Find an audience and start brainstorming a whole bunch of words. What are some terminology? So with Miracle Morning, I realized instantly the lifesavers is specific to this community. So I can just make my whole rap about lifesavers. So now I'm going to go, what does the S stand for? What does the A stand for? What does the V stand for? Okay, the V stands for visualizations. The E stands for exercise. The R stands for reading. The S stands for scribing. And so then I'll kind of go in a little bit in depth. Okay, scribing. Why is scribing important? Scribing is essentially writing. Why is that part of my morning routine? What am I going to get out of writing? Why is it important? Why do I do it? More importantly, why does this, what is it about that this community resonates with? So I'll simply look, I'll do a Google search, or I'll search the group, scribing, and look at some of the posts people are writing. Oh my God, this is my favorite part. Every single morning I journal, I've been writing down this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see a video from Hal Elrod explaining the lifesavers on YouTube. Boom, there's my content. I'll just reword what he said. I'll just reword it. So I'm going to look at my passionate audience and I'm going to do some research and I'm going to find out what are some things that this audience relates to. Now I've got my bridge content. Can you guys all repeat after me in the chat? Bridge content. Okay. This could be if you're writing steps, technically choosing an audience could be step one, and this could be step two if you really want to get specific. Choosing your niche. And then two, establishing your bridge content. So whatever the bridge is, you need some content. So let's think network marketers, right? Network marketers. What is some content that is, let's let you guys go. Okay, you guys, real quick, give me some words that are specific to network marketers that network marketers would understand. What are some words network marketers would understand that maybe the average person wouldn't? Let's see what you guys say, because I want you guys to think like bridge marketers. I'm going to read your words. You ready? Downline, upline, leaders, team, BV. Good one. BV. What does BV stand for? Tell me. Prospecting, binary, matrix, opportunity, biz op, right leg, left leg, leg balancing, volume, binary, compensation plans, PV, legs, business volume, right? And some of you are saying some generic ones. I'm skipping over them, right? So things like ROI, let's be honest for a minute, you guys. No, network marketers don't understand ROI. Can we just be honest? There's just, hey, no shots fired, but hey, let's just be honest here. IBO, boom, there's another one. Spillover, good. Matrix. See, autoresponder, bridge pages? No. I'm talking, get more specific. Of course, Miracle Morning people, of course, I could think, well, they understand waking up. They know about alarm clocks. They know about rise and shine. They know about sunshine. They know about dawn. No, I'm not going to use any of those words. I need to find specific content that they know. It's the best if it doesn't make sense to the average person. So anybody that's an entrepreneur would understand like ROI, right? Or business plan or something like that. But you're looking for words like drawing circles, right? Warm market, maybe. Power leg, yes. You guys getting it? Are you guys getting it? Are you guys getting it? Genealogy, yes. Sponsor, yes. Yeah, you guys are getting it. So there's some, but a lot. I want to challenge you guys a little bit. A lot of these words you're saying, I would say no. Like even founders or things like that, I would say no. Those are more like, you want to be specific. Diamond level, yeah, okay, levels. Emerald, sapphire, ruby, diamond, double diamond, crown, these types of things, okay? No, ground floor would be too generic. Ranks, I would rather use the ranks. Look, if you're an amateur doing bridge marketing, fine. Something is better than nothing. But where you're going, when there's gold in them hills, right? You want the gold in them hills. You're going to have to use words that are more specific, that really strike a chord. Listen, when an audience is passionate about something, they've spent years in network marketing learning these terms that nobody else knows, right? They are a network marketer. They are in MLM. The more that you can tailor to those things, the better that it will be. Okay. Now, that's the first step, bridge content. Okay, that's the first step. Another thing that I'm going to do, we'll go down here to 3. Okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do problems. Okay, problems, and you can do problem solutions as 1 step. I guess I'll do it as 1 step. You could break them as 2 steps if you want. That's up to you. Problem solutions, bridge content, problem solution. So the idea is this. Okay, let's take realtors. You want to think, what is frustrating to realtors? Like, and you can learn this through Google and through ChatGPT and through AI, but you could also just talk to your target market. Also, you're going to have a better chance, by the way, if you're in the audience. If you're actually in the audience that you're building, it's going to be easier because you're going to be able to understand the terminology and you're going to be able to understand the pain. Right? So for example, I was in the Miracle Morning audience before I decided to do that. I was in the audience, therefore I realized, wow, this is a super passionate community. If I was not in the audience, I probably would never even have found them. But since I was in the audience, I was like, wow, they're actually hyper responsive, hyper engaged, hyper passionate. If I did a music video for the Miracle Morning, I bet it would do 10,000, 20,000 views. I was wrong. It did 400,000, but I thought it would do like 10 or 20,000 views, which met my benchmark for, was it worth the time for me to do the music video? If I could get 10 or 20,000 views, that was the benchmark I was shooting for. It wasn't about getting rich. It wasn't about how much money I can make. It was about, if I'm going to take the time and energy to invest into a music video, I'm looking for at least 10,000 plus views on that video as a benchmark. I'll get better over time. I'm never shooting for millions of views. I'm a realist. Most of my life, I was an optimist and I always fell short and then I felt like a failure. So I'd be like, I'm going to try to make $10,000 a month. and I would make $2,000 and be like, oh my God, I should quit. I should give up. I should go get a job. I only made $2,000 a month. I would set my goals so high that I would hit small goals and feel like a failure. So now I realized I might as well set more realistic goals and achieve them and win, because $2,000 a month was great. And yet I was beating myself up for it. So the bottom line is, if you're in the audience of musicians, you probably know some pain points that musicians face. Like why are most musicians considered struggling musicians? Why are they struggling? Why is it so financially difficult for musicians? There's pain there. There's a problem. And the thing about it is, when you figure out, if you're a musician yourself, don't we have some musicians on here? Who here would consider themselves a musician? I'm thinking of Charity. I know Charity. Chris S., David, artist, songwriter, singer. There's Charity. Yeah. I'm thinking Charity because she's a friend on Facebook, and we friended through the community, but I always see music related posts. So Charity, as an example, I'm going to use an example right here. Charity, you probably understand more than most people in the audience of musicians. You probably understand a lot of terms that musicians would know that other people wouldn't know, right? You also probably understand a lot of problems that musicians face that other people might not realize that musicians have to deal with. You probably understand how difficult it is to get gigs. And even when you get gigs, how little they pay. And you probably have stories that you could probably sit for hours and just vent. You could vent with your musician friends. You could all just sit around and drink alcohol and vent about how crappy sometimes it is being a musician. There's pain in every industry. So you want to look at these industries, and first thing you want to identify is problems. It doesn't have to be pain. I would have written pain if it had to be pain. It has to be problems. Problems can be where you create the problem, or you exaggerate the problem, or you emphasize the problem. Perfect example. Just today, I watched a video ad on Facebook that I thought was really great. Some of you may have seen the video because it got millions of views. The video shows dogs, okay? The video is all about dogs. It starts off with a dog who's limping like this, right? And it shows like a little red, it's like an add-on red effect that shows like this is the pain the dog's facing, and the dog's limping like this. And the narrator comes on and says, is your dog showing early signs maybe of arthritis? Is your dog maybe limping a little bit? Is your dog having trouble jumping on a couch? So right off the bat, the video starts by telling problems that a dog owner is facing with their pet, but they're showing visuals. I don't care who you are. Even if you don't own a dog, you feel bad. You're like, God, the little dog's limping. But I will tell you this. If you are a dog owner, if you actually have a dog, versus people that don't have dogs. People that don't have dogs cannot relate. Once you get a dog, it's almost like the dog is like an extended family member. It's almost in a way like a child, right? I'm not saying it's a child, but I'm saying there's this deeper sense of love and compassion that somebody builds with their dog over a goldfish or over another animal, right? It's just a very deep bond. And only dog owners really understand this. And it doesn't make sense to somebody who's not a dog owner. It doesn't make a lot of sense, right? But dog owners, I know who you are. You guys totally understand what I'm saying, right? There's this deep passion. So this video, when it shows the dogs limping, right? Anybody who's had a dog that's gotten old, because dogs don't live to be 100 years old, right? They get old, and oftentimes you experience the whole dog's lifetime within your lifetime. So a lot of you have seen a dog get old. Maybe a dog has passed away. Maybe a dog's lived its full life with you. And you probably have experienced that dog got old and had trouble walking, maybe had trouble peeing, had problems, right? We all have problems, in fact, through old age. Now, these problems might just be old age. We're all going to live and we're all going to die. And our bones are going to get weak and frail. And eventually it's going to be difficult to do things. This can happen to all of us. But when it happens to someone you love or an animal you love, there's a certain heartstring that it pulls when you see that dog limping, and it's showing this in the advertisement, and it's expressing this problem. If you have a dog and you're watching this video and you have a dog that's having trouble jumping up on the couch or having trouble limping, it immediately got your attention. This ad immediately gets your attention, immediately. Now, All they're selling is a little chewable food that's got like some vitamins in it. Not too difficult. You could just buy some vitamins, give your dog vitamins, right? It's not too difficult of a concept here. The thing that they're selling is very, very simple, but it shows the dogs, and it shows the dog can't jump up on the couch. Super effective. Problems people can relate to. So if you can get good at identifying problems in any audience, people are going to be able to relate to them. You're going to get people's attention. So this is the first thing you want to do. Some problems might be real frustration, actual real pain points. Like, are you a dog owner? Is your dog having trouble jumping up on the couch? Is your dog having trouble walking? Is your dog maybe showing signs of arthritis? These are real problems. Maybe an exaggerated problem that is a problem, but maybe it's not as emotional, would be dog training, which is like, is your dog not following commands very well? Do you wish your dog would be able to follow commands better? Do you wish you had the ability to be able to train your dog to be able to sit when they need to sit, to be able to run when they need to run, to be able to not bark at other dogs, to be able to, when they see another dog, they don't just jump off the leash and go like this. So you're taking a problem that's not as bad, but you're exaggerating a little bit more. Like I just did this. You're exaggerating it. You would take a video of like a dog that goes around the corner, sees other dogs, and is pulling you off the chain, right? That's not how every dog is, but it's relatable. Like, yes, who would not want a well-trained dog, right? So then you would express the problems, and then your solution would obviously be the vitamin food for the dogs to help with bone density or whatever, or it would be, a training course or whatever. You exaggerate the thing, which, by the way, as a spoiler alert, you could just use other people's content for this. Like, if you could just find little dog videos, it's not hard. So everything has problems. Now, some problems, yesterday we talked about bowling. The very first thing I did was I identified what problems. I said, does anybody bowl? What problems might a bowler have? What about injuries? Do bowlers ever get injured? I don't know. So I asked you. You guys said yes. Where are the injuries common? Shoulders. Shoulders is a common injury, right? Wrists, common injury, right? Some people have to wear wrist guards and things like this. And some people have to take months to rehabilitate a shoulder. So we can take a niche of bowlers and we can identify some problems, and that's a start. So we're going to take some content. What are some things that people that are interested in bowling know about? Lanes, spares, strikes, 300s, turkeys. I don't know. I'm an amateur bowler. I know what a turkey is. 3 strikes in a row. But like, nobody knows what a turkey, like, it's a total double meaning. It's like being a golfer. I know what an albatross is. I know what an eagle is, or a double eagle, or birdie. I know what a par. I know what a back nine is. I know what sticks are. I know what wedges are. I know what a 9-iron is. If you're not a golfer, you have no idea what a 4-iron is. What's a 4-iron? I don't know. Why would you use a 4-iron versus a 9-iron? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a golfer. These are things specific to golf. Okay? Titleist, Pro V1. If I just said to a non-golfer, a Pro V1, they have no idea what I'm talking about. These are the terms. This is the content. The problems you want to face is you want to either take real problems like injuries or pain points, or it's so expensive, or these are the things people complain about, or you want to exaggerate some problems. In golf, for example, I would exaggerate the problem of, being a bad golfer and losing a bunch of balls by hitting them out of bounds. Are you sick and tired of losing balls? Are you sick and tired of hitting balls in the pond, hitting balls in the houses, right? Holding up all these golfers. And I could easily display this. Boom, ball goes in the water. Boom, ball hits a house. Boom, there's people that are mad waiting for you. And I'm exaggerating something that's really not that big of a deal, but golfers relate. Golfers can relate. Golfers can relate. Or I may exaggerate a problem such as, have you been struggling to break 100? Now, only a golfer would know what that means, which means get your score under 100. Have you been struggling to break 100? What if I could show you a way to be able to not only break 100, but to be able to break 90 and even break 80 for your first time? And what if I told you it's not at all what the pros are teaching in all these YouTube videos and stuff like that? If that stuff worked, we'd all watch YouTube videos, we'd go out on the course, and we would go break 100. But the reality is we watch these YouTube videos, we go out, instead we hit our ball and it hits the house, right? So you're exaggerating a problem. You're teasing that there is a solution available, and you're helping to get them open-minded to your solution. That's essentially the build. You want to build this first. Okay, so now you got to introduce them to a solution. So when you come up with a problem, you got a solution. You don't want to just show the dog walking like this if you don't have a solution. What is a solution? The solution is, Well, you might not be able to fix this dog. Okay, the solution, they might just have old age, right? But the solution might be something slightly related, such as, well, I may not be able to fix your dog's arthritis, but bone density, more, calcium or certain types of vitamins are known to be able to increase this. And at the very least, do you think maybe you owe it to at least try this for 90 days to see if it at least makes a difference? I mean, what if it made a difference? How good would that feel for you to be able to help your dog not have to suffer, right? That's worth 90 days. And then I would just put like a 90-day money back guarantee or something on that product. Hey, try it for 90 days. If it doesn't work, money back guarantee or whatever. There you go. You got yourself a solution. So for golf, the solution is going to be, I'm going to look at maybe like, here's what people are teaching. And I'm going to kind of say like, this is why it's not working. Here's a different way. Here's a different approach than everybody's teaching that could work. For example, bridge marketing. Am I not a living example of this right now? Am I not taking a group of people that have already been buying other courses and going through other programs and doing it the other way? Am I not saying, hey, listen, instead of doing it that way, how is that working for you? If you're not getting results there, how about trying it this way? A slightly different approach, a slightly different method to be able to get the result you want. This is bridge marketing inception. I'm teaching bridge marketing during a bridge marketing session about bridge marketing. Bridge marketing inception. So it's everything. It's what you want to do all the time, right? It's what you want to do all the time. So you want to take these audiences, you want to identify one that hopefully you know a lot about so you can relate to both the terminology and the things about that audience and the problems. And then the solutions are a little bit harder. Maybe spend a little bit of time on the solutions, but you do want to figure out be hypothetical about it. Like, what could solve that problem? Yeah, trying to think like if in a perfect world, what could solve that problem? But then also, you should be able to have solutions down here, down here, down here, down here, down here. You should look and go, how can I get a tool belt full of solutions for that audience? Let's go back to musicians, right? So who are my musicians? Let's go back to Charity and Chris S and a couple other people. Let's for those of you that understand musicians, let's take the struggling musician. Most musicians are passionate about their art. I think we can agree on this. They've probably spent, I don't know, Charity. Let's see. I'll use Charity if she's responsive. If not Charity, somebody answer me this. Whatever. Okay, Charity's there. Charity, what instrument is your main instrument you play? You probably play them all, but give me one. Give me one instrument that you play well, okay, or you like. Mandolin. How many hours do you think in your life, if you had to estimate right now, that you've spent playing the mandolin, practicing, learning, playing, all of it? Thousands of hours. Okay. And you probably do more than the mandolin, but let's just say the mandolin. We have a member in this chat that has dedicated thousands of hours to an instrument. Can we all agree that in order to do that, at some point you have to become passionate? And not only passionate, but wouldn't you agree that that is hyper passion? That is beyond passion. I've not even spent thousands of hours golfing and I'm passionate about golf. This is like Tiger Woods level passion. You know what I'm saying? This is the passion. This is pure passion. This is like lifetime dedication to a craft type passion. Thousands of hours. Okay. They say that mastery happens at like 10,000 hours. This is almost like approaching like mastery level. Charity also says the voice, singing, right? Vocals. So again, probably, Charity, you can answer if you want, but I would say, would you say thousands of hours have been spent singing as well? So you probably got thousands of hours singing, thousands of hours on a single instrument. And if you play other instruments, who knows? Maybe even thousands of hours there. The point I'm trying to make is passion, dedication, commitment. So when you take somebody like Charity, she is in this niche, this audience right here. You have to understand, this audience is not all as dedicated as Charity, but you would be blown away. You'd be blown away at how many musicians have spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours invested into that niche, into that passion. So when you've spent that much time working on that passion, how many of you agree that if somebody spent thousands and thousands of hours into something, that they would love to see it succeed. They would love to see some type of a benchmark of achievement as an ROI for their time invested. And maybe not all. Some people might just do stuff because they love it and they don't want any notoriety, any fame, or any money. Some people just do things because they just like to do it, and that's life. But wouldn't you agree there's a lot of people that probably would like to see some result? You know, Charity would love to be able to sell numbers like the Eras Tour, or Charity would love to be able to get some gigs that maybe pay enough money to be able to pay all of her bills, so she could simply do the things she loves without having to worry about money. Things like this would be nice for a musician, if not Charity, for a musician. The bottom line is that this audience is committed, dedicated, and passionate to their niche. And yet you can start to realize, if you're in this audience, you can start to realize what the pain is and what they would love to see as a solution. And you can start to work on solutions. One of these solutions might be money related. And I would look and I would say, okay, what could more money help solve for this niche? And then the other one over here, I'm going to go ahead and put a clock. Okay, I don't know what a clock looks like. Is that, I'm the worst. What does a clock look like? God, I'm a Gen Xer. I should know what a clock looks like. Is it like, it's got all the little numbers or something? Does that look like more like a clock? Okay, that's a clock for everybody. Is it an alarm clock? It's got a little stand. It's got a little ringer. Okay, I'm supposed to know. I'm not even a millennial. Jeez, I forgot what a clock. I got a clock on my wrist. Okay, money and time. So I'm going to start with these, money and time. What could more money solve? Okay, if they had more money, if a musician was able to make more money, what problems could that solve? So you think, what problems does a musician have, and can they be solved with money? What problems does a musician have, and can they be solved with time? How many people are passionate about music but don't have the time to pursue their craft? I fall in that boat. For me, my motivation is not so much money driven, it's time. Meaning that if I were to retire from internet marketing today, I would likely go into music and I would still be a marketer, but I would probably likely just, man, there's just a certain vibe that I get from like creating like a little garage studio, getting a headset on, dropping some vocals, aligning them, figuring out a way to be able to drop a hook in there, make a beat, match it to the beat, mix the song, get all creative and put some sound effects in there, some swooshes, some reverse reverb coming in, and like get all creative about it. And then layer my voices and mess with my voice and get it deep and be like, ooh, I could do this. I could say this word a little bit and it will rhyme, and then put echoes on that. And then maybe get a friend over and they listen to it. They're like, man, this is really good. Now I'm getting dopamine. And every time I listen to that song, I'm like, man, I made this and it feels good. And it's like, it's not even about the money. I just like doing it. I love doing it. I love it. I'm passionate about it. I don't care if it gets a million views. Right? So if I had more time, I would probably spend more time on my music. What about skills? You know, what if there was a way to get better? This would be like golf, right? What if there was a way to improve my experience? If I'm going to take the time to go out and golf with friends, maybe some of the pain is that it's embarrassing. Maybe there's a potential business deal and I look bad because I don't know how to golf, and I'm going to look bad, and then he's going to think I'm an amateur and I'm not going to be able to close the deal. So I might be motivated to watch some YouTube videos and learn a little bit more so I can study and maybe get better. It's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, guys. It's like, man, I so feel that I should just do this Thursday and Friday as well. Just dive deep into this. To me, this is just like mastermind level, and I feel a little bit bad giving so much game on these Zooms. Maybe we just never even send out the recording. Maybe we tell people the recording failed and this is just live viewers only. I'll be messed up. No one knows it exists. I can get off the hook. It's too much game because a lot of you won't even know what to do with this. But the idea is like, I'm going to look for some solutions: money, time, skills, maybe overcoming fear. So maybe it'd be like whatever the opposite of fear is, maybe like confidence, you know, maybe getting people more confident, you know, maybe getting people, maybe if a problem is like pain, maybe getting people more fit or healthy or whatever it might be. You're going to look and go, okay, now in these solutions, what do I have in my tool belt that might be able to provide this solution? So now I'm looking and I'm going a little bit further and saying, okay, in my tool belt, I know I've got the internet income system as a way to be able to generate money. So maybe if I can identify how many musicians are there that also have jobs, and would love to, if they didn't have a job, they would love to be able to pursue music full time. So now there's an angle I just came up with, which is target musicians and be able to come up with a bridge, which is how to be able to transition from a part-time musician to a full-time musician using a combination of both money and time. And then as a full-time musician, you can gain the skills to potentially even get good enough where we could even teach you how to market your music and go viral. But you can't even get there if you're working a job and you're just struggling. You don't have enough time. You probably don't have enough money to market your music, and you probably don't have enough time to make the music that you want. What if we could solve time and money to help you go from a part-time to a full-time musician? Let this sink in for a minute. That calls for pinkies up. Some of you are getting it. If you're getting it, grab your hot tea, put your pinky in the air like Kermit the Frog, and just take a sip. Take your chopstick, the stirring utensil of choice, stir those tea bags that are supposed to steep, but you left them in for 2 hours. So your tea's tasting a little thick. Take your sip and let that sink in. Musicians, bridge angle number 1. How to go from part-time to a full-time musician. How to transition from part-time to full-time. To do this, it takes 2 things. It takes time and money, right? If you're part-time, you likely have another job or a little career. So what we're going to do is to transition you to full-time where you can really, truly pursue. We're going to help you to be able to generate enough income here from a side hustle to be able to replace your job income. So now you have a little bit more time, and then your side hustle becomes passive enough where you make enough money to be able to take care of your bills. And now you can spend time, you can invest into a home studio, you can spend time getting the equipment you need. Instead of using that stupid little microphone you bought for $45 off of Amazon, you can afford a nice $2,000 microphone that's going to make such a difference. You can actually afford to get your guitar fixed. You can afford to be able to get the right things. You can get a better headset instead of the one that's got the earmuff that's like falling apart. Exaggerate. Even though people are like, I already got a nice headset. Exaggerate, because they can relate. And you just show them that transition. And that's just one. We just come up one angle. We can spend the next hour coming up with another dozen angles. I'm going to give you guys one to wrap up today with, and I think I'm just going to continue this for the next couple of days, because here is the main bridge. It's the top of the hour. Give me a 1 if I should keep going for another 10 minutes, or a 2 if I should stop. Let me see. Shoot, you guys are milking me like a cow on a farm, on a fazenda. Okay. I'm just going to make this one quick. Cash, you writing? I don't see you writing. Come on. I see all your video cameras. Cash in on your cash in. Cash in on your passion is the number 1 bridge that I've used. Cash in on your passion. Sorry, I know you guys are taking notes. Get out the way. Get out the way, Chris. Let them take notes. I know this is an advanced college degree, master level statement. It probably takes a few minutes to write down. Cash in on your passion. So cash in on your passion. Now, what I would do, we're going to just quickly run through. Musicians, learn how to cash in on your passion. How would you like to get paid for the thing that you love? Network marketers, cash in on your passion. You are skilled at network marketing. You've got all this information. How would you like to learn multiple ways to make money doing what you're already doing? Millionaires become millionaires because they find multiple ways to make money doing what they're already doing. You're already passionate about network marketing. You're already skilled. How would you like to learn more ways to make money doing what you're already doing? Realtors, cash in on your passion. Not only are you a real estate agent, but you're also a knowledgeable real estate agent. Do you know there's people out there that will pay for the knowledge that's in your brain? I would like to show you how to cash in on your passion. If you're willing to simply share the knowledge that you have about your industry, there are people right now that are dying to pay for it, that are paying people all the day that are giving bad knowledge. You are very knowledgeable. Cash in on your passion. Insurance agents, college students, pickleball. I would go, look, pickleball is one of the biggest growing emerging trends right now. Look at these search results. 5 years ago, pickleball, 0 search results. 5 years later, millions of search results. Everybody, every single day is searching about pickleball. They want to know the rules. They want to know how the game is played. They want to know all this. There is a huge market for anybody who's willing to provide pickleball information on the internet. Whether you want to do it as a video yourself, whether you want to do it faceless, whether you just want to write a blog post, whether you want to do a review video, if you are simply willing to provide pickleball information, there's people that are willing to pay for it. Or even if you give it away for free, the platforms are willing to pay you. YouTube is willing to pay you. It's called AdSense. Facebook will pay you. TikTok will pay you. If you just create reels. And the best part is it doesn't even have to be your own reels. You can use other people's content. It's called OPC. You can literally clip other people's pickleball stuff, post it to a faceless account, and the platforms will pay you. Because there's such a demand for this information, the platforms will thank you for providing it. Platforms do not create content themselves. They crowdsource the content. They depend on people like you and I to provide the content. And there is a demand for pickleball and a shortage of good information. So you need to help create that information. Cash in on your passion. You know about pickleball. People are willing to pay you, or platforms are willing to pay you. So let me ask you a question. Number one, are you passionate about pickleball? Number two, would you like to learn how you can make money simply based on your passion, how to cash in your passion? 3, watch this video where we will show you the various ways that people and platforms are willing to pay you for simply sharing your information. 4, you never have to show your face. You never have to use your voice. You never have to use your name. In fact, no one ever even needs to know that it's you. 5, you could do it from home, working your own hours, part-time if you want, or full-time if you want. Scalable, flexible, earn as much as you want. There are some people doing faceless content earning tens of thousands of dollars per month. But what would an extra $1,000 a month be worth to you? Would that be valuable? If so, watch this video. We're going to show you how to take your pickleball knowledge and turn that into cash. All right. That's enough. If you guys have any interest whatsoever, let's take this to part tres, or tres is Spanish, right? Tres, Portuguese. Tres, coming tomorrow to a Zoom near you, Thursday, March 7th, 4 p.m. And if you guys are not on time, I'm going to go ahead and not allow anybody in. I'm going to at some point just start turning off. I'm going to put people into the holding tank. The Zoom has a waiting room. Show up on time. You guys missed the pregame if you weren't on time. Show up on time. If you guys enjoyed the session, do me a favor. You don't need to thank me. Do me a favor. Get some freaking results and share your testimonial with me. I don't want you to be like, Chris, thank you so much. Thank me by getting some results, showing me your results. That is the best way you can thank a teacher. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Ain't got no more time for you today. Peace. Short for e-commerce, selling everything from bracelets to custom t-shirts. Shopify, the platform we're using, selling products with these ads up on your Facebook newsfeed. We get them wholesale up on Ollie with this e-packet. We get our shipping for a couple dollars. This is the strategy I teach my followers. Now it's time for you to learn the process, so just keep on following. Step 1, find a niche that's passionate. Step 2, find a product that can match with it. Step 3, use free plus shipping. Then step 4, start running Facebook ads to it. Yeah, you know what it is. E-com power sellers do it big. Yeah, sky is the limit. I'm the CEO of Techademic. When you're online and you see us selling everything in Shopify, 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 Shopify. We got our niche store selling custom jewelry on Shopify, 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 Shopify. Got an order from California just in. Another girl bought a necklace for her best friend. Dang. It was passive, sleeping when it happened. Gotta stack this cash, kid, grow it till it's massive. I'm watching webinars and rocking print on demand. So much traffic to my store, I can't keep up with the demand. Got a pocket full of big faces, cause I'm selling out my niche with these phone cases.
Stay paid like how you're supposed to do. Spend time with the people in your life that mean the most to you. And overcome any obstacles. Don't listen to the haters that keep saying it's impossible. When you're following your dreams, you're unstoppable. Level up your lifestyle and don't stop at all. Real talk, real walk to inspire you. Just made $1 million, got another $1 million on the schedule. Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, level up,
Yeah, you know what it is.
Ecom power sellers, yeah.
When you're online and you see us selling everything at Shopify, 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 Shopify. We got our niche store selling custom jewelry on Shopify, 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 Shopify. Yeah, you know what it is. Ecom power sellers, do it big. Yeah, sky is the limit. I'm the CEO of Techademic. When you're online and you see us selling everything in Shopify, 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 Shopify. We got our niche store selling custom jewelry on Shopify, 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 Shopify.